Hey YouTube, Common Collector here, and today I'm going over my Toon deck profile. I wanted to get a quick deck profile out just before the new Toon support comes out, so I figured I'd do a deck profile now and then another in the future. So there will be a giveaway coming up when the new Toon Chaos set is released. Also, right now I'm doing a giveaway on my channel with some classic Yu-Gi-Oh cards, as well as some of the newer, and there will be other cards as well in the giveaway, along with stuff from like the Secret Slayers and Eternity Code sets. When Eternity Codes comes out is when this giveaway is going to be ending. So that's going to be culminating on May 4th at 6 p.m. Central Time. So if you guys want to find out the details, I have other videos. I'll try to leave the details for the giveaway in the description. But anyways, let's get on into this deck profile. So overall, if you know anything about Toons, you know that they're sort of a cumbersome sort of deck. They aren't super consistent, but probably some of the best support that we've gotten recently. I'll try to zoom in here. We have the Toon Dark Magician. Now, Toon Dark Magician, most of these cards have the stipulation that they can't attack the turn that they're summoned, and then when you control Toon World and your opponent controls no Toon monsters, this card can attack directly. And then also some of the cards get destroyed whenever Toon World gets destroyed. So very unfortunate on those. However, the Toon Dark Magician is one of the best support cards for the deck. Basically what it does is you can discard a Toon card in order to activate one of its effects, which is either to special summon a Toon monster from the deck, except for Toon Dark Magician, ignoring its summoning conditions, or you can add a Toon spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So I don't run too many of the other Toon cards besides Toon Kingdom and Toon Table of Contents, obviously. I just don't think that Toon Briefcase and Toon Mask are really that good of cards. But anyways, going on, I'm running the two Red Eyes Toon Dragons. So these cards in 2 and 2, some people play them at 3, but I kind of like it at 2. Basically what Red Eyes Toon does is that he special summons a monster from your hand, so he's always really good for, you get him out, you can cheese him out really easily with a card that I'll get to later, and then you can special summon that, and then you have 2 level 7s for some really nice plays. Then going on, we're running 2 of the Toon Cyber Dragon. This card can special summon itself to the field just like Cyber Dragon if your opponent has a monster. I generally like playing this deck going second, just because there are a lot of like snatch steal effects and whatnot, and this deck mainly, it's sort of like troll Toon is what I call it, because you're basically what you're doing is you're trying to snatch all of your opponent's monsters or steal their resources with Toon Cyber Dragon going into Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon and whatnot. So yeah, that's just a really simple play that you can do with the deck. So that's sort of the general style, play style that I'm going for with this deck. Then going on, we have the 1 Toon Dark Magician Girl. She's a card that you could really try to bump up to 2, but I like it at 1. It's easily searchable. But the best part about her, the reason why most people would want to play her at 2, is because she's the only monster in this deck that can attack the turn that she's summoned. So she's a very good card, but some of these other cards just help you to get better advantage a little bit better. Then going on into the level 4s, for the rank 4 engine, I really like running 3 of the Toon Mermaid, because this card can special summon itself to the field. Toon Dark Magician Girl and Toon Mermaid have similar effects that say they need to be special summoned by tributing the monsters that you would normally tribute for it, but Toon Mermaid is a level 4, so it requires no tributes. So if you open up with a few of these in your hand, you can just special summon all of them. Then going on, just for some extra draw power, we're playing 3 of the Toon Masked Sorcerer. I don't really like any of the other draw cards that you can play with this deck, like Allure of Darkness and whatnot, and Pot of Duality just sometimes really hurts the deck as well. I think once Pot of Extravagance gets a reprint, which Extravagance is getting a reprint in the Toon Chaos set, allegedly, so I think that playing this card right now at 3 is a really good way, and this is just really good discard fodder for your Toon Dark Magician. Then going on, just the 1 Toon Gemini Elf. Gemini Elf just isn't as good as Toon Masked Sorcerer, just because this card, when it inflicts damage, it makes your opponent discard 1 card. However, I just think that drawing a card for yourself is better than discarding out of your opponent's hand, because you never know if they're going to have some sort of a really good graveyard effect. And generally nowadays, if you're playing up against Salamangreat or anything like that, then they generally don't care if their resources are in the graveyard. They can usually get them back anyways. Then going on, we're playing obviously the 3 Blackstone of Legend in order to turbo out our Red Eyes Toon. So basically what you do is you summon this tribute and then you can special summon this. So it's a very simple combo. And then also when both of these cards are in the graveyard, you can send this card back into the deck and then add this to your hand. So it's a very simple combo just to like help your hand stay a little bit more full, keep resources in your hand, and then that's the reason why you only need to play 2 of this card. You could almost drop it to 1, but I like playing it at 2 anyway. Then going on for our last monster, we're playing 3 of the Effect Veiler. You have to run Effect Veiler or Infinite Impermanence, something in this deck, in order to stop cards like Nightmare Phoenix or Nightmare Unicorn, other stuff like that that's going to blow up your Toon Kingdom. So that's basically, I keep this in my hand if my opponent is going to get off an effect that's really going to help them go off, or if it's going to, mainly I try to save this for when they're trying to blow up Toon Kingdom. Then going on into the spells, obviously, 3 Toon Kingdom. When you activate Toon Kingdom, you banish the top 3 cards from your deck, and then as long as this is on the field, it's treated as Toon World. Your Toons can't be destroyed by card effects or by battle. And then also, if they will get destroyed by card effect or by battle, you just banish the top card from the top of your deck. So really, really nice. It was a major boost for the deck when we got this, and I'm sorry that it took me so long to get a deck profile out on Toons, but I'm not sure if this card is going to be getting reprinted or whatnot in the new Toon Chaos set, but it is a bit of a spendy card, but you have to be running this over Toon World any day. Then going on, we have the 3 Toon Table of Contents, probably one of the best searchers in the game. It's in a pretty bogus archetype, but overall it's such a great searcher for the deck. And don't get me wrong, I love Toons. I'm just saying that they're not exactly competitive. One of the cards that does make this really nice and competitive is Comic Hand. I don't understand why some people play this at 2. I think that you need to max this out at 3. It's just so good. As long as you have Toon Kingdom on the field, then you can Snatch Steal one of your opponent's monsters. And it's better than Snatch Steal because there's no cost or anything to it. And, there's just the stipulation that you have to have Toon World, Toon Kingdom on the field. However, just the fact that you can steal an Appaloosa with that is just crazy, and that's just the funnest part about Toons is like I said, this is like a Toon troll deck. So basically, you're just trying to like steal all of your opponent's resources that they work really hard to put together, and you just like take them really simply, just like how Pegasus does in the anime. Then going on, 1 Mimicat, another great troll card. Basically, you get to steal 1 card from your opponent's graveyard, as long as you have a Toon World and a Toon Monster on the field. So just keep that in mind. That's the only reason why I don't have this at 2 or 3. If it would only require you to have Toon World on the field, I would probably play it at 3 or at least 2, but you got to play it at 1 just because it's a little bit harder to get off sometimes if your monster resources are kind of getting depleted. And then going on into the rest of the 1-ofs, we have 1 Mind Control. It just helps, again, with Comic Hand. You can really easily link them away, or if your opponent has just like a decent level 4 monster, you can snatch that and go into some rank 4 plays and whatnot. I just think that 1 Mind Control is still pretty decent for the deck. Then going on, 1 Terraforming, obviously, because we're playing Field Spell. 1 Instant Fusion, pretty standard. 1 1-for-1 to get into your Blackstone of Legend. 1 Monster Reborn. And then this is just sort of an interesting tech that I play is Scapegoat, because Scapegoat cannot be tributed for the tribute summon of a monster. However, your Toon Dark Magician Girl does not require she does not require a tribute summon. Hers is a special summon by tributing. So what you can do is you can use Scapegoat on your opponent's turn in order to get some tokens onto the field, and then you can go ahead and take 1 of those tokens for a Link Karibo, and then you can take another one. Or you can take 2 of the Scapegoat tokens, go on into a IP Mask Arena or something like that, and then you can go ahead and go on into your Toon Dark Magician Girl and then have a Link Karibo on the field as well. So Scapegoat is just really nice in this deck. It has its moments where it really shines and adds a little bit of extra monsters to your board, because this deck really doesn't swarm enough, and there are a few tributes that you eventually might do. So I think that one Scapegoat in here is pretty nice. Then going on, we're obviously playing 3 Solemn of Judgments. You have to play Solemn Judgment because if your opponent is going to be getting off a really clutch Twin Twisters or Nightmare Phoenix effect or something like that to destroy your Toon Kingdom, you have to stop them. So this card at a 3 is really important. So as long as you can see one of these or like your Effect Veiler or something, usually your Toon Kingdom is going to be pretty safe. Then for the last card of the deck, we're running 1 Metaverse to round off this 40 card deck. So I believe this deck is half spells and traps, half monsters. So it's pretty balanced. I wish it was a little bit more monster heavy, but I'm sure that we're going to be getting some good cards in the Toon Chaos set. We still don't know what the cards are going to be, but anyways, in the extra deck, we're running, for the instant fusion targets, we're running the Thousand Eyes. Obviously, it's like a Pegasus themed deck, so you got to run Thousand Eyes. And then 1 Mud Dragon. He's a level 4 water, so he works really well with the Toon Mermaids. And then we have the 1 Panzer Dragon for your Cyber Dragon plays. Then also 1 Chimera Tech Mega Fleet, just so good. You summon out the Toon Cyber Dragon, get that out onto the field, and then you snatch one of your opponent's Link monsters or something in the extra monster zone, and then you just go into Chimera Tech Mega Fleet, and they just get so frustrated. Going on into the rank 4s, we're running 1 Time Thief Redoer, 1 Abyss Dweller, and then 1 Bahamut Shark, and Bahamut Shark is obviously to go into Totally Awesome. So again, just this combo with Mud Dragon, Instant Fusion, go on into Bahamut Shark with one of your Toon Mermaids, and then get Totally Awesome onto the field. And then Totally Awesome is there just to, basically solely to protect your Toon Kingdom. Then also, since we're running the Cyber Dragons, obviously we're going to go with Cyber Dragon Nova and Infinity, another great way. So these are like your 2 main negates in order to keep your Toon Kingdom onto the field. So Panzer Dragon goes into Nova and then into Infinity, so and beyond. Then obviously for links, we're playing 1 Link Karibo because we do run quite a few level 1s, especially with the Scapegoat. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 IP Masquerena, and then 1 Barricade Borg Blocker. Borg Blocker is another good card to have on the deck with your field spell. He can make it so your field spells and other face-up spell cards can't be destroyed by card effects. So this also works really well with your Comic Hand as well, because if your opponent is trying to blow that up to get back their really good monster, they can't get around your Barricade Borg Blocker. So if you can kind of combo these together to protect him, then that's sort of a good combo. And then lastly, 1 Mech Knight Crusadia Abramax. He helps sort of protect him from attacks or anything, or he can just go in for that final swing. You're going to be doing some good damage every now and then with your Toon Dark Magician Girl and whatnot, so eventually you'll be able to get your opponent down pretty low in life points, and I think that Mech Knight is a little bit better than playing anything like... you could go for, again with the rank 4 engine, you could play the Double or Nothing and all that stuff, but I think that he's pretty good as well. So, yeah, the extra deck was a little too tight. I thought that just running him as the 1 rank 4 was probably the best option. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the deck profile. Obviously, like I said, I'm going to try to do an update once the new Toon support comes out. I just figured I would do this just to show you guys where the deck is at right now. And I'll see you guys later. Again, don't forget to check out the giveaway and all of the ways that you can enter. And we'll catch you guys next time. Please like and subscribe. Common Collector out. Thanks.